Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on Halloween night, October 31st, 2022. If you're looking for more of this great content, man, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button as well as subscribe if you're new. And drop who y'all like down in the comments as well, man. I love going through seeing who y'all like in the comments. And if you're looking for my best bets, though, as well as best bets from the top handicappers in the world today, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab, and that's where you'll find best bets from the best handicappers on the planet. Hey, been on a heater in the NBA, man. We went 7-1 yesterday on the jam session. I hope y'all followed, tailed, cashed. I look to stay high in the NBA. I'm also number one on the site currently, plus 1,000 units in the NBA. We look to stay hotter than fish grease, man. Without further ado, though, let's go. Let's get into this Halloween slate in the NBA, man. So let's get into it. First game on the board, we got the Sacramento Kings on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets. Sacramento laying 1. Interesting matchup here in this one. Sacramento comes into this one after getting their first win of the season over the Miami Heat in their last one, which was a quality win. We was on Sacramento to get their first win in that one. I liked what I seen from them. On the other side, Charlotte is coming off a nice win themselves over Golden State in a win in which I don't think nobody saw that coming. They got them boys in overtime. But here in this one, I'm going to take my shot with the Kings. I think they can get back-to-back wins. Charlotte Hornets are still without LaMelo Ball. Terry Rozier also listed as out. Cody Martin listed as out. I just think it's a good spot for the Kings. I know the Charlotte Hornets are 3-3. They've looked good, semi-good to begin their season, especially without their top player. But I just like the Kings a little more in this one. I think we can see another good game from De'Aaron Fox, and I'm gonna take my shot with the Kings here. In our next matchup, man, we got the Philadelphia 76ers on the road facing the Washington Wizards. Philly laying 4, total 219.5. As I'm currently looking, Joel Embiid is still listed as day-to-day. Not sure if he goes or not. Washington missing DeLon Wright and Corey Crisper. Neither one of those are necessarily needle movers. We've seen Philly win back-to-back games, 114-109 over Chicago in their last one, and 112-90 over Toronto. Both games on the road. I was on Philly in both of those games, man. We just seen this Wizards team lose by 10 to the Pacers in a game which they should have won. The game before that, though, they did beat up on the Pistons, 120-99. Here at home, I'm going to take a shot with the Wizards on the money line. I think it's a good spot for them. 76ers third game in a row on the road. I just don't really trust them here in this spot. We have seen Maxey step up, which I thought we would. I'm not in love with this spot for the 76ers, and I think the Wizards have a real shot of winning this outright. So I'm going to take the Wizards here on the money line. In our next matchup, man, we got the Indiana Pacers on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. And in this one, I'm not going to overthink this one. I'm going to take the over here in this one. We've seen both these teams be offensive teams and not really provide much defense. Let me just go through the stats for y'all. We just seen these two teams play the other day. 125-116 was the final score. The Pacers, game before that, 127-117. The game before that, 124-109. The game before that, 120-106. The game before that, 124-115. A lot of points. Let's go to Brooklyn. I just told y'all against the Pacers. Against the Mavs, it was 129-125. Against Milwaukee, 110-99 in the game, which they went completely cold in the fourth quarter. But we know Milwaukee really plays elite defense, one of the few teams. Game before that, 134-124 with Memphis. Y'all get the picture. Both teams scoring a lot of points, don't play a lot of defense. Translates to an over. I like the over here in this one. And I do kind of lean towards Brooklyn to finally lay a high number, although I really wouldn't advise that because we haven't seen it, but I just think they do it. In our next one, man, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet too, man. These are my same stories, and I'm sticking to them until they show me otherwise. I'm gonna take the Raptors -4. I'm fading the Atlanta Hawks on the road. So the Hawks can at least put like 2 games back to back on the road covering the spread. I look to fade them. We did see a nice game from Trae Young in his last one, 41 points, but they still fell short to a good Bucks team. 123-115. It just wasn't enough. The game before that, they did cover on the road, 136-112 to the Pistons. But the game before that against the Pistons, it was 118-113. They didn't cover on the road. Like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it, I look to take the Hawks team a lot at home, laying the points or getting points. But on the road, I don't. I look to fade them as much as possible, and that's dating back to last season. On the other side, we just seen this Raptors team get beat pretty handedly by the 76ers at home. But the game before that, they did beat the 76ers 110-109. We seen them beat Miami the game before that on the road. I think this is a good bounce back spot for them. I think Scotty Barnes is back for this one. I'm going to take my shot with the Raptors here at home. I think they take care of this Hawks team, who I'm going to continue to fade on the road. In our next matchup, man, this is probably the biggest head scratcher on the board for y'all. I know Milwaukee laying 12.5 at home, total 229. But I'm gonna take the Pistons here. I know Milwaukee has been really dominant this season, 5-0. I think they're 5-0 ATS as well. They have the best player in the world with Giannis Antetokounmpo. They've not taken any prisoners. But this is a game, to be honest, where I just think Milwaukee wins by 9. That's just how I see it. I think the Pistons keep this one pretty close. They might even be outside the number and just come back and get them in the end and lose by 9. This Pistons team is a scrappy group, young guys. I know they're on a back-to-back, but I don't think that really matters much. This is a group of young guys that really just go out there and hoop, man. That's just what they do. I know that they got a huge win over the Warriors yesterday, and I think that momentum just carries over. And I think they compete with the Bucks team too. So yeah, give me the Pistons here plus the 12.5. In our next matchup, man, it's already up there. Give me the Jazz on the money line. We haven't seen this Jazz team lose at home yet. I'm not fading that stat. Give me the Jazz at home, especially not for the Grizzlies. John Morant currently still listed as day-to-day. Even if he does play, I still like the Jazz on the money line. This is an underrated Jazz team. These guys are really hooping together. I like Lauri Markkanen. I like Mike Conley providing some veteran leadership. Jordan Clarkson still hooping. And I think the Jazz get their 4th straight home win. I mean, hey, the Grizzlies, like I said, they're still beat up. No John Morant listed as day-to-day. No Zaire Williams. No Jaren Jackson. This is not the same Grizzlies team that we've seen late in that playoffs to close out the season last year. They're beat up. And until those pieces start to get more healthy, which I think they definitely will later on in the season, they're just not going to be that same juggernaut. And we just seen them lose to the same Jazz team the other night, and I don't see no reason why the Jazz can't pull out another one. So give me the Jazz here at home. And our final game of the night on this Halloween night, we got the Houston Rockets facing the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet too, man. Give me the Rockets plus the points. Let's go through the Clippers schedule and tell me if y'all think we should be laying 9.5 with this Clippers team. I don't care if Kawhi is playing or not. I know that's what y'all going to try to tell me. The Clippers in their last 3 games, as favorites, they lost 112-91 to the Pelicans. The game before that, they lost 118-110 as favorites to the Oklahoma City Thunder. The game before that, they lost 108-94 as favorites to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the game before that, they lost 112-95 to the to the Suns. Does that sound like a team we should be laying 9.5 with? I don't think so. I know this Rockets team isn't the best team in the NBA, but I think they can keep it close here. They were at least in the game with the Suns yesterday. They didn't cover. The Suns kind of took off in the end. And that's kind of been the story for this Rockets team. They haven't really gotten the cover here in the last few games either. But I just think it's a good spot for them against this Clippers team. So I'm going to take my shot here with the Rockets. But if you're looking for my best bets, the best bets that I'm putting in today, as well as best bets for the top handicappers in the world today, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. That's where you'll find best bets from the best handicappers on the planet. I look to stay hotter than fish grease here in the NBA. Hopefully we can do that. If you're looking for my best bet, my top player today, click that link in the description. It's going to take you right to it, $15. It's been your boy Jay Briggs, man. I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.